Hello, my beautiful lovelies. Welcome back to my channel. This is Choi Leaves Tarot, where we get to your greatness one tea leaf at a time. All right, so let's just get started with a manifestation. So don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe and join the tribe. But let's manifest something together. Just think of exactly what you want and put it out in there and claim it. All right, so now let's just get started. Did you think about it? So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, manifest. All right, it's not that simple, I know, but you already did the first step of putting it out there. This is a collective reading for, let's say, this is going to be for the Aries. I feel like you guys are very intentional this month, and it's because you saw fool's gold in the past and you're not falling for that again. This is the rest of your month. So whenever you see this, plus 30 days, okay? So your December reading, of course, it could be timeless. 5 of Cups. Money losses, all is not lost. If you look behind, you may have something to salvage. Period. These were real gold. Those were never gold, and they had like toxins in them. So you are like about to turn around and see, oh, princess energy or right behind me. Period. I love that for you. Aries, what do you need to know? Universe, what can you tell us about the month of December for Aries? What are they bringing into their life, their collective mindset? Like, what is shifting? Ooh, contentment. Oh, you're about to get paid. Okay, keep going at it. If you're applying, if you're like, trying to lateral out for bigger pay, do not settle for less, okay? Negotiate for more. I mean, take what resonates, leave behind what doesn't. You know your skills better than I do. 9 of Pentacles, peace of mind and contentment. Also, just expect if your side hustles are legit, legal, and like maybe you're working from home and there's no conflict of interest with your actual like day job, this seems as if your money is just growing faster than your corporate money if you still work in corporate and you're trying to move to full-time working remote or working for yourself. Your money is glowing. You have just enough already coming in, which was more than enough. And now you're like, wow, my rainy day fund is about to glow up, okay? And your peace of mind shows that you're not letting society dictate how you see yourself as happy or not, or if, this is too much or too little money or whatever it is. You're like, oh, I know what my number is. I know how much I want to make, and I know how I want to feel, like work-life balance and also love, right? You're not going to be bothered by anyone who keeps you in the undecided mode. And you used to be undecided with like exes or mooches. People wanted to mooch on you. And now you're like, you know what? I don't have to deal with that. I could get princess energy. I could have a day job. I could have my corporate job, but I could also make my own draft my own book, planner, whatever you have. Maybe you're an artist and you're like, you know what? If this starts monetizing or my YouTube takes off, then it is what it is. You are like no longer in limbo. Now look at this. The Hanged Man, getting stronger in oneself after a lot of deliberating and delaying in your life. So December is about to bring some decisions, getting the ball rolling for greatness. You're like, nah, I'm not playing with my empire anymore. This is me. Strength, inner strength, confrontation with yourself or other people. Interesting. You may have to tell some people that like, no, I'm doing this. This is my dream. And I can have my job, but also have my side hustle or like your channel or work on your thing. You're like, I can do both things. There's 24 hours in a day. And just because you don't see this as a real career, or you think I should keep going up the corporate ladder for nothing, peanuts, and like, whatever, you're basically not going to get bullied out of your choice, okay? And you know what's best for you based on like how zen you are, how amazing your day-to-day is, and how much you can afford and save for a rainy day. So you're not the type who just jumps into some full-time work from home but not for, and like leave your first job or something. You're not like sporadic. You're goal focused, okay? So when you thought about this a lot, a lot. So to others, it might look like a overnight wow, an overnight millionaire or an overnight you got your thing. But behind the scenes, you've been doing the work. Look at this. The sun, marriage, happiness, and bright prospects. Ooh, okay. Lover girl era. You're definitely going to start attracting people who are marriage minded as well. They see you as like just glowing sunshine. And it's up to you to make sure, you know, moths and butterflies both are drawn to the sun. You get to choose, is this a moth or a butterfly, right? So your moths in this sense are, your ex might pop up and try to put their hand out, or a leech, someone who sees like, oh, you're a boss babe or whatever. Oh, you can so take care of me, or they mooch and they act like they don't need your money at first, and then all of a sudden they're trying to move in, they're trying to do XYZ. You're not falling for that ever again, because it seems like the devil card, jealousy or trouble, able to break the chains that are binding you or holding you back. Yeah. You're doing like a good clean cut away from them. You're not letting people come into your life to know all your business about your money until they've shown you that they're not mooches. They have their own life together. You're like, been there, done that. I'm not building anybody up from scratch. I need to build myself up and do great things. And I'm not just going to be taken advantage of. So you're on your boss era. Wow. Work, paid work. Yeah, whether you're working for yourself or somebody else, you're getting paid. You're no longer taking on extra tasks that aren't compensated. You're like, oh, if all of a sudden this needs XYZ, I'm going to negotiate for a bonus at the next meeting. I'm going to negotiate for tangibles. I'm going to apply somewhere else with this new found role I have, and they'll pay me $30,000 more for the same work I'm doing. Let's say your current job or corporate like is like, okay, you started off at 160 or 130. They're gonna give you a ton of different tasks and whatever. And if they don't look like they're on the bonus track, this is where you are gonna start like sending out emails and making sure that the other corporations that aren't like, you know, gonna force you to come in hybrid or whatever if you don't want to do that or whatever. It has to align with you at the end of the day. You're gonna try to like apply to different places that pay like at least 180 or something. Like you're like, nah, the next place needs to pay for what the last place didn't pay for. And you're gonna apply to a bigger field or a higher pay, or just somebody or a company that just wants to pour in more. Because they're starting. Just look at their starting salaries. If their starting salary isn't like 2 times more than your last salary, then it's going to be hard to negotiate as much. Just go to somewhere that even starts at 170, doesn't even like, so even if you get the lowest amount of what they have to offer in the range of like 170 to 220 or something, you get 160 and you're still above the 130 you had. Got to think smart. And 7 of Wands, frustrations. You're able to overcome this frustration. Congrats. You're on top of the situation. Exactly. You're like, I know not to just go to a job that pays a lot more, but like has a horrible work experience. You know that like it's not worth maybe $30,000 more, but you did your research, and the place you want to lateral to is actually 30,000 more plus less work and more like, you know, a new fresh start and XYZ. You know the difference between fool's gold and not. All that glitters is not gold. 7 of Cups. Look beyond the clouds. Money improvements. Exactly. And, you know, your company quickly saying, oh, we're a family, we're XYZ. You can see beyond that BS. You're like, you know what? They're just all, you know, trying to work for the top venture capitalist at this point. Like, they're all going to go to their funder, their shareholders, XYZ. You're last in the totem pole of who they care about. If you left or got sick, most of your jobs will not care that you're gone after a week. If not the same day, they'll put up the job listing. So you're like, nah, I'm thinking generational. 7 of Wands, frustrations. You're able to overcome your frustration. You're on top. Like, it's the whole thing is a lot of work minded. You're about to elevate to your next level, and you're not getting like, you're not settling for the first, like there's a shift in especially extremely well off women who get with like bums or raise them or whatever, because you're like, love is love, my eggs are shriveling, whatever. That's not happening for you anymore. You're like, are you kidding me? I want a power couple. I'm not settling. What would your inner child version think? Do you want someone who can possibly mooch off you and use you? No. You don't want to be taken as a dummy. And at the same time, you know there are amazing men showing up, because look at this. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. You're not falling for the fool's gold. You know this is like gonna change. You can see the things you want in your mind's eye, so they're gonna happen, and you're not rushing, you're not desperate. And if you're a guy watching this, you are also thinking like, okay, do I want to give her princess energy, or do I want to mooch from her? Do I want to pour into her and make a power couple? Or am I like weirdly trying to find out if she's a gold digger? If you even have to ask that, you don't like the person. You already don't trust them. On to the next. You can't, whatever makes you feel like more of a man, like generous, provider, want to raise a family with them. And if education is the barrier and intelligence and how much money they have, the social climbing won't work, and it makes you feel worse. So you want someone who's on your level, intelligent. You got your ish together too. You don't need like the shortcut. And you're like, you know what? Three of Cups, I bring emotional intelligence and a power couple. You actually want power couples, unlike maybe the people you know in your life. And you're like, you know what? I'm not going to listen to them. I don't need to have like a weak-minded person. And I'm not talking about if they didn't go to school, they're weak. No, I'm talking about someone who's just desperate and maybe wants to use or take advantage of you and doesn't really care. The social climbers, right? And even if your girl wants to work from home, she's intelligent and amazing management and manages the home, the money, the assets. Like, she's a real great like power couple as well, because that also is invaluable. That's amazing. Just know, do not settle, and don't let anybody settle for you. Same with if you're a woman. This is an emperor. You are not settling for anybody, Aries, who isn't on emperor mode. You're like, I know that my extremely feminine mindset is I need the best for my legacy in terms of health, wealth, power couple, whatever. Whether you want to work at home, whether you don't want to work at all, you are going to pick wisely. You deserve an emperor regardless, and Aries never shies away from the legacy and amazingness that you deserve. You're like, nah, I'm hard-headed when it comes to that. The emperor, stability or stabilizing influence coming into your life, and you're like, yeah, nothing, I don't want any emotionally unbalanced men. I want someone who knows how to speak kindly, but knows how to draw boundaries. They're not for everybody. They're not the person who slept with the whole world and then came for you for like a weird age gap thing. This guy is coming to you like you're probably around the same age. Ace of Swords, frustrations, double-edged sword, hollow victory. Yeah, you're not falling for like the people in the past who maybe had the money, but were stingy. You're not doing that. You're like, I want a stabilized influence. You see, there's like every day you'll see in the news, there's like a trend of someone who is supposedly getting pregnant by like ballers, but they don't own a house. They don't have their priorities in check. It's like a transactional issue, and it's like the guys and the girls together are not valuing their future family. They're just like, making broken homes, and you're like, nah, I'm not doing that. I want a true power couple legacy. And if, worst comes to worst, like in the future, you find out, oh, there's a divorce or blah, blah, blah. at least your intentions going in were good. You know what I mean? Two of Wands. Some people don't even think about that on the outset and look for those red flags. Two of Wands, short journey, movement to or near water. Exactly. Ball is in your court. You are the baller because you have so much good integrity and value. You're looking for someone who's also healthy, mind, body, and soul, and wealthy and abundant, because an insecure guy would be very like weird in a competition with you, and you're like, no, I want an ally. And don't fall for the person who doesn't have anything but doesn't seem jealous. Of course they're not yet. They're like, pretending to bluff up what they have. So look at their actual paperwork, but also look at how they carry themselves. And if they rush into it, you'll know. If they sound too good to be true, check, right? You're not falling for that. You're not going to be anybody's beard. Let's see. Universe. What else does the Aries need to know for December? All right. What should you know? Ooh, have your cake and eat it. Period. This is for you. You're allowed to have it all, okay? You want a beautiful family. You want a love story. You want the romance. You want the power couple. You are allowed to have it all. Specifically now, your higher self has chosen. And also follow the money. Look at companies and corporations that are propagandizing or, funding wars or lobbies, monopolies, foreign states money. You're not shopping with those corporations anymore. So more local, more wherever you're going, follow the money. And also, they'll follow the money. The wrong people will follow the wrong type of money. And you'll see that in your potential partners. If they're following lobbyists, if they believe in the propaganda, maybe you guys aren't on the same page in your value and character system. That should be a red flag for you, or a green flag, depending on what you're looking for, right? So keep that in mind. And then what is your tea ritual of the day? Ooh, romance. I'm telling you, you're about to have abundance, romance, power couple, whatever coming through in December. Rose, black tea, fragrant rose. It says romantic, smooth, delightful, traditional, keyword traditional, rose, kongu, black tea, delicious, hot or iced. You're like, I want that love story where the person courts me correctly. If you are with someone right now, they're going to show you that they are the good person. And it's going to stand the test of time if you kind of peep game, right? So until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.